The way you smile makes everything feel right in the world. In the moments when I'm with you, time feels like it stands still. Your presence fills the room with an energy I can't resist. Every glance from you sends waves of warmth through me. I'm captivated by the way you make every moment feel special. The connection we share is unlike anything I've ever felt before. There's something about you that makes me want to be closer, to understand more. The way you laugh is like a melody that stays with me long after it's gone. Every time I think about you, I can't help but smile. Your energy draws me in, like I'm magnetically pulled towards you. In your eyes, I see a world of possibility. There's a quiet intensity about you that keeps me coming back for more. Your presence alone can change the course of my day. I feel an undeniable connection that I can't quite explain, but I'm drawn to it. Every touch, every word from you is a gift I cherish. The way you look at me makes me feel seen in ways I never have before. I'm constantly amazed by how much peace your presence brings me. There's a warmth in your touch that I never knew I needed. When you're near, it's as though the rest of the world fades away. You make everything seem brighter, even on the darkest days. In your smile, I find a reason to keep going. You have this way of making even the simplest moments feel extraordinary. There's a quiet beauty in the way you make me feel like I matter. The way you carry yourself leaves an impression I can't forget. I could lose myself in conversation with you for hours and still want more. Your voice is the kind of sound I want to hear every day. In the stillness, it's the thought of you that fills the silence. You make my heart race without even trying. There's a magnetic pull between us that I can't deny. Every time you enter the room, it feels like a new beginning. You have a way of making the world feel like it's ours for the taking. I could talk to you for hours and still feel like I've just scratched the surface. Every little detail about you fascinates me more than the last. There's something about you that makes everything else fade into the background. Your laughter is like music to my soul. Being close to you makes everything seem so much more real. I could spend forever lost in your eyes and never want to leave. There's a warmth in your presence that makes me feel completely at home. I find myself thinking about you more than I ever thought possible. When you speak, it feels like the world listens. There's a comfort in the way you make everything feel right, no matter the chaos. Every moment with you is a chance to see the world in a new light. Your energy is so calming, it feels like coming home. I could get lost in the way you make me feel. Your smile has the power to change my entire day. In your presence, I find a sense of peace I've never known before. The way you carry yourself speaks volumes about the depth of your heart. Every time I think about you, I feel a little more alive. Your touch makes everything feel like it's in perfect harmony. There's something about you that makes everything feel just right. You have a way of making me feel like the most important person in the world. The more I get to know you, the more I find myself enchanted by everything you do. There's an undeniable chemistry between us that I can't ignore. With you, even the quiet moments are filled with meaning. The way you look at me makes me feel like I'm the only one in the room. I can't help but be drawn to the warmth you radiate. Every time we meet, I feel like I discover something new about you. In your presence, I feel like everything is as it should be. You have this way of making the ordinary feel extraordinary. There's a beauty in the way you make me feel understood, even in silence. With you, even the simplest moments become unforgettable. Every time you smile, it feels like the world is a little bit brighter. I'm drawn to you in a way that's both comforting and exhilarating. There's something about your presence that makes me feel completely at ease. When you're around, everything else just falls into place. Your voice has the power to calm my soul and ignite my heart. There's a magnetic pull between us that I can't explain, but I can feel it. The way you see the world makes everything feel so much more meaningful. I could lose track of time just being with you. It feels like home. Every look from you feels like a silent conversation I'm eager to understand. Your energy is so captivating. I could spend hours simply in your presence. There's a spark in your eyes that makes me feel alive in a way nothing else does. Being with you makes me forget all my worries, even if just for a moment. When you talk, it feels like every word carries weight and meaning. There's a rare kind of peace in the way you make me feel seen and heard. I find myself constantly thinking about you and wondering what it would be like to be closer. Your smile has a way of making me feel like everything is going to be okay. I can't help but be fascinated by every little thing about you. In your company, I feel like I'm exactly where I need to be. Every time I'm near you, it feels like we're the only two people in the world. The way you carry yourself makes me want to be better, just to be worthy of your presence. Your warmth and kindness make me want to open up and share everything with you. In your eyes, I see a future filled with endless possibilities. There's a grace in the way you move through the world that leaves me in awe. I feel a deep connection with you, even in the quietest moments. Your laughter is like a breath of fresh air, lifting my spirits every time I hear it. The way you look at the world makes me want to see it through your eyes. There's a comfort in being close to you that I never knew I needed. When I'm with you, the world feels like it's in perfect harmony. I'm drawn to the way you think, the way you speak, and the way you make me feel. Your presence makes everything feel brighter, like the sun shining on a cloudy day. Every conversation with you leaves me feeling more alive than before. There's a serenity in the way you make everything feel so effortlessly beautiful. The more I know you, the more I realize just how incredible you truly are. Your kindness and authenticity have a way of making me feel completely at ease. I find myself inspired by the way you approach life with such grace and passion. Being around you makes the ordinary feel extraordinary. The way you listen to me makes me feel truly heard and understood. In every moment we share, there's a depth that I can't quite put into words. Your energy is so magnetic that I can't help but be drawn to you every time. Every time I see you, it feels like I'm rediscovering you all over again. Your presence is a reminder that even in a chaotic world, peace can be found. There's something undeniably special about the way you make everyone feel welcome. I could spend forever in your company and never grow tired of the connection we share. There's a certain magic in the way you make me feel like I'm exactly where I belong. The way you care about the little things shows me the depth of your heart. Being close to you feels like finding a piece of myself I didn't know I was missing. Your energy is so contagious. I can't help but feel happier every time we meet. When you're near, it's like the world slows down and everything else becomes unimportant. I'm constantly amazed by how you see the world with such wonder and awe. The way you speak with such passion makes me want to be a part of whatever you're saying. Your presence has a way of making the ordinary feel like a grand adventure. There's a comfort in knowing that with you I can be completely myself. Every time I think of you, I can't help but feel grateful for the connection we share. Your words have a way of resonating deeply with my heart, leaving me thinking long after. I could lose myself in the way you make every moment feel so special. There's something incredibly soothing about the way you make everything seem calm and peaceful. I find myself looking forward to every moment I get to spend with you. The more I get to know you, the more I find myself amazed by your depth and warmth. Your beauty, both inside and out, has a way of making everything around you more beautiful, too.